lady parts, hoo-ha, lady bits, vajayjay, girly parts, your purse, or just your V. No matter what you call that thing, none of us want to hear. You don't want zero problems with the V. Odor, infection, whatever it is, none of us want to hear it. It's very important that we take care of our vaginal health, not just because of odor, but infections and other issues that can come about by not getting checked out and figuring out the things that are happening down there can be detrimental to your health overall. So today we're going to talk about different ways that you can be proactive with your health. We're going to make sure that that V stay real good. Peace up. No A-town down. And if you have any great tips, let us know down below. Let's get into a good discussion about keeping our V's out of trouble. So before we get started, make sure that you go ahead and click subscribe here and also subscribe to my vlog channel. Make sure that you come back on Thursdays and some Sundays for uploads, and also turn on those notifications so you know exactly when I'm uploading and giving y'all the good. Now let's get into these tips. So when you're on the quest to staying as healthy as you possibly can down there, it pays to have a really good relationship with a good gynecologist. If you're sexually active, or even if you're not, you need to make sure that you're going to the gynecologist at least once a year. I love my gynecologist. I can talk to her about everything, and they offer so much valuable information on how to keep your vaginal pH together, feminine hygiene products that are safe to use down there, how to keep your pH balance right, and how to steer clear of bacterial infections, yeast infections. Not only should you just be going to get a yearly pap smear, especially if you're sexually active, but you should also be getting yearly blood tests. I get something called a passport. It tests me for everything, not just STIs and STDs, but also my sugar levels, my cholesterol, my blood pressure is taken. I look at everything because there's so many things in the body that can throw off the vaginal pH and other issues down there. They can even get a urine sample to see if something else is going on that you can't see, like UTIs and other problems that women experience. A healthy vagina is between the level of 3.5 and 4.5 on a pH scale. It is pretty acidic, but it's like that so that it's able to get rid of bacteria that aren't good for our bodies. If your pH balance is off, you can experience so many things like yeast infections, bacterial vaginosis, and it can also make you more susceptible to STDs and STIs if you're sexually active. Have you ever heard people talking about the fishy odor? Well, oh my God, they don't smell right. You know what I'm talking about. That means that vaginal pH is probably off and you need to take your behind to the doctor. Feel that your pH is getting a little bit off. I like those little refresh packets. You can buy them from the store. They're good because they're over the counter and they help to rebalance their pH. I actually take the Pro-B probiotics. These probiotics are pretty good. They're by the company Refresh as well. And you can usually buy those at any drugstore or online. And of course, everything I'm talking about today is going to be found in the links down below. They help to get your body back on track and fill it full of things like your probiotics, help it to rebalance the body and bring you back to where you need to be. Having yogurt and fresh fruits will also help in that area. Avoid a lot of tea and a whole lot of coffee and a lot of sugars and a whole lot of carbonated beverages. Those can also get the area a little bit unbalanced, and while it's okay to have a little bit, you don't want to overdo it. Now, if you're getting some funky fresh odors down there that ain't quite right, meaning fishy, a little bit more discharge than normal, then you definitely need to get your behind in the doctor because it might be something going on that you cannot handle at home. A little bit of discharge is normal. You need to know what's normal for your body. Discharge, different smells, everybody's different. So if you don't know what's normal for your body, start paying more attention so that you can judge when it's necessary to go to the doctor. Abnormal discharges can be indicators of things like bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections, STDs and STIs, and I place links down below to all of these. I don't need none of y'all looking at WebMD sitting up scared and ain't doing nothing about it. Go to the doctor. Now, while I am not encouraging the babies to get it in, but let's be realistic, people are getting it in. So whether you're having premarital or after marriage sex, it can throw off your vaginal pH as well. If you're gonna have sex, make sure you know that you're not allergic to condoms. Some people are allergic to latex. They're allergic to other materials that condoms are made out of. Also, make sure that you're using lubricants should you need them. If you're going down down there having sex. What happens when you scrub things and they're dry is you cause them to break apart. So you can cause little tears in the skin that can open your vagina up to infections. It pays to know your body down there and also take care of little things like that if you're going to engage in sex. Now this next one makes me just a little bit nervous. Some people, they don't be wiping right. Make sure that you're wiping from the front to the back. Because if you wipe from the back to the front, that means that fecal matter is getting into your vagina, which can cause you yeast infections, bacterial infections, and sometimes even E. coli. Oh, just thinking about it, it really makes my back hurt. One thing that I've learned to invest in is pH balanced wipes, especially around that time of the month when I have a little bit extra to wipe. I have these Bresh Diva wipes. Guys, you can use them on your face, on your body, and of course down there. Hypoallergenic, and they're flushable, and they're easy to use. Boom, take it out, bam. When you wipe down there, make sure you're getting everything from your urine to your natural discharge, because those can cause you irritation if they sit on the skin all day. A lot of times wiping separately is the best. Wipe the front first, throw it away. Wipe the back, throw it away. Then you don't have the problem of even thinking about what order to wipe in. Just wipe them separately. Look, my little friend right here is gonna let us show y'all how to wipe. If this was you, make sure first off that your little hands is covered, and then we go. We ain't going like this. Let me find out you doing this. The next one is to just wash down there correctly. Now the vagina is a lot more sensitive than every other area of your body. You can't go scrubbing it down with scrubbing bubbles. You're not supposed to smell like beautiful bouquets of flowers unless you want to walk around hot like fire. You're not gonna let normal soap and shampoo get down there, and you're not gonna douche, whatever we call it. It's gonna disturb it, people. Come on, don't do that. Buy yourself a nice pH balanced wash. And if you don't really have the money to invest in a whole lot of intimate washes that are pH balanced, use warm waters in your hands. I usually do not use towels down there. Towels can house bacteria that's unwanted down there. Honey Pot is the wash that I love. They pride themselves in being free from any ingredients you cannot pronounce. It comes out in like a mousse form, and boom, it just rubs right into my skin. I don't smell like a big basket and bouquet of flowers. I smell like I should do. The next thing is to really learn how to navigate your period. People experience odor and infections due to the fact that they don't take good care of themselves. If you're going to wear pads, don't wear them all day long. It causes odor, it causes smell. If you wear it all day, you're gonna get some problems down there. And if you don't wear sanitary napkins and you wear tampons, you need to make sure you have on the correct absorbency. Too much absorbency is gonna cause you to dry out, like abrasions and infections, because you have open skin. I've grown up just a little bit, and I use the reusable menstrual cups. I use a Diva cup, which comes in this cute little container. Look at that little container. It literally is a little cup. You insert it inside, bend it like this, insert it, catches everything. You take it out every 4 hours, rinse it out, and you start all over again. I like to catch at least a bath a day while on my period. If I can't bathe, I definitely take a shower a day. I do not skip showers and baths during my period. The next one is to drink a whole lot of water. Water helps to purify you and push things out and keep you pure. If you don't like a whole lot of water, then try something like green tea. Green tea is actually said to have the effect of reducing foul odors down there. When you get out of the bathtub also, I like to just let myself air dry. Before you put on some underwear, you don't want to put them on and get them damp and then have your body sitting there in a damp puddle all day. That's how you produce bacteria and get infections. Make sure that you've dried properly. And I'm not saying take a towel and rough it up. You're not shining a shoe. Let it kind of air dry for a little while so that you can get rid of all the moisture so that it doesn't cause bacteria to grow. Them drawers you done had since you was in the 5th grade, it is way too little for you right now. Go ahead and throw them things away. Y'all don't need none of that spandex, G-strings, and T-thongs and all of that. Cotton breathable underwear, aside from just letting it breathe down there, reduces odor causing bacteria and also reduces the amount of sweat that you have down there. So you don't have to go to bed with underwear on. It gives your body some time to breathe. Hair can cause you to have a lot of odor. It's nice to keep it nice, trim, so that way you don't get a whole lot of odor. Not asking you to go baby style. I'm asking you to just think about shaping it up a little bit. Now for those of y'all that are a little bit more adventurous and don't mind being a little baby style, you might want to get a Brazilian wax. Shaving is near and dear to my heart because I have hidradenitis suppurativa. I have to really watch how I shave and what I do. So the last part of the video is dedicated to showing you how I shave. And of course, I can't show you on my V, but what I will do is show you on my legs. So here we go. We're going to show you.
In order for the shaving process to go correctly, you have to have the best in blades. Some people swear by electronic. I actually love my Chic Hydro Silk, which has a cooling strip across it, which helps with the shave and ensures that the blade slides easily without pulling the hairs out. And you want to make sure that you have a newer blade with several blades on it so that you don't have to reshave the area. I also own a Chic Quattro, which is the electronic version basically, that makes it easier to trim the bikini area. My first real step is always trimming the hair first, but even after that I like to sit in the tub for about 10 minutes, allowing the water to make sure that the skin softens so it makes it easier to remove hair. Now when you get done with that, get to your trimming, you can use regular scissors or hair cutting scissors. You just want to make sure that you get as close and comfortable to the hair and cut it to about 1/4 of an inch long before shaving. You can also stop with this point. I then ensure that the area has been cleaned and dried properly. I then take my all natural skin scrub, which I make from just a little bit of olive oil and brown sugar, and use this to kind of run it across the skin to tease out any of the hairs that could become ingrown. This helps to pull all the hairs up lightly and gently, making sure that you're able to clip it very easily without getting any ingrown hairs. You want to add a thin but nice layer of your shaving cream. This is so that you're able to still see what you're shaving. You should have a nice smoothed out area there. Make sure that you take your shaver and you rub it gently down the way that your hair grows. You're not going to rub against the way your hair grows. This causes ingrown hairs. Rub with the grain of your hair, the way that it grows. After that's done, I take just a little bit of essential oils, maybe a little bit with tea tree and some cold water on a cold compress, and hold that over the area. This prevents bumps as well. You might want to moisturize then after with a little bit of aloe vera to cool the skin and also make sure that it puts moisture right back in. Make sure that you clean your shaver thoroughly, hang it in a clean and dry area, and just to prevent any rusting, you might not even want to put it in your shower if it stays warm in there. Put it somewhere where it's nice and dry.
So I hope that today has been very beneficial for you guys. Make sure that you comment, rate, and also subscribe. Join me on Thursdays and some Sundays for video uploads and turn those notifications on so you know when I'm here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace.